I'm about to fit up something that I think is probably the most important part of a tow vehicle. What do you think it is, Kat? What's the most important part? Important part.
Maybe like a tow bar.
Yes.
With like a little ball thing on it that you like.
Tow bar.
The thing on.
So that, like, yeah, the tow bar and the ball and everything. Yeah, that's the basic.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. So we're gonna fit that up right now. I'll show you the ins and outs, and I'll show you what I get up to, so that you guys have a bit of information there if you need it.
Show us your ball.
I'm about to get my ball out.
I'm about to get my ball out too.
So we're all about to get our ball out. All right.
Code bird, ball out.
We have a harness. This should be a direct plug and play type thing. Yep. Looks like it's got a few factory plugs on it. I can go down there. There's a coupling. New coupling. New tow ball. Instructions. Fitting hardware. And tow bar and a plug. We will be opting for a 12 pin because we need that for the van. So and the tow bar. So I don't know why, but in the picture, we got this from Outback Equipment. In the picture it doesn't show this bracket, but just so you guys know, it does have it. So that's awesome. First thing it's asking us to do is remove this plastic, and they just simply pop out. So you just put your fingers in that little gap there, and they should, yeah, just popped in by clips. And we've got to remove the tail light. So 1, 2, and we have to take this one off anyway because we have to remove the bumper. So we'll take those bolts out now. And we just got to remove the tail light. Probably the easiest way is just to sort of pull it out towards the side of the vehicle. And then we just undo this little wiring grub here. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. Twist that. Got a little plug in there. Alright, so tail lights are out. We have to remove the mud guards and this little bolt up in. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a 10mm bolt up in there. Remove this little grub. And there's a couple of screws underneath here. Alright, as you can see, the bumper's off. Yeah, so we just removed those screws from underneath. They're just, you know, little locating screws and stuff. Grab the corner of the bumper and you pull it off, and it pops out of all this channel here, right up into the corner. And then I suggest, I just had Kat hold this end while I pulled this end off. Same thing, pop it all off here, and you've got a little plug here for the harness that goes to all your sensors in your back bumper. So yeah, I do suggest, if you're a bit precious like we are about the car, get someone to stand on that side as you pull this one off, and then you can simply just undo that clip. So we're gonna go and, I think the foam can stay actually. And yeah, I'm just gonna basically line all the tow bar up with all the holes and everything. And I'll show you as much as I can. I might even put it on a bit of a time lapse or something, because yeah, it's just hard. It's sort of hard to show you guys as we're doing it, but basically to get to this point, it's 15 minutes work. So tail lights, bumpers off, and now we can actually bolt the tow bar on. So it does ask us to remove this tow hook. What's that, an 18 mil, just some 18 mil bolts. One more tucked up in there. Just suspended off these two bolts. They're really easy to get in. And here we go, I'll show you this as well. So that little bracket there, that can go now. That little one that was holding the bumper, because we've got new brackets on the tag tow bar there. So I'll rip these off now, and then I've supplied all these new bolts. So they just go up here into the chassis. Same thing as usual, just get them all started. So we've got 2 on each side and 4 down the middle here. So I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you these ones here. You can see that it's elongated hole this way, and this one here is for height. So you want to do these up first, make sure it's just in the middle, and then you can zip these up nice and tight. As you can see, all the bolts are all done right up tight. Now, don't just do them up with a rattle gun, get on there with a breaker bar and make sure they're done up tight, because even with my rattle gun, I still managed to do them up about 1/4 of a turn. So just to, you know, prevent it ever coming loose again, jump on there with a bigger bar and just nip them up that little bit extra. Nuts and bolts, and they go through these points here for your bumper. You can basically go ahead and chuck your sensor plug back in, reinstall your bumper, everything just in the exact reverse of what we just done. So hope you're enjoying these little videos. I don't mind putting them together. I'm learning as I go as well, so you know, it's all exciting. But I know when I went to find videos on this sort of stuff, it's very limited. Hopefully it helps someone. It might never help anyone, I don't know. But I know personally, if this video was out there, I'd watch it, because, you know, that's sort of the project I'm tackling. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button please, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm always happy to talk to people and give my 5 cents worth. I did buy the connect kit for the tag tow bar. Now online it is a little bit confusing. It says plug and play type wiring harness. Yeah, it has plugs in it. The factory one plugs in over here somewhere, and it just runs your wiring out. The tag one is basically a piggyback. So that's your standard wiring. That goes there. Tail light goes in there, and it does a splice. Same thing on this side. I've already covered that one up. But yeah, it's not difficult. It does save you having to pull all that out. But didn't help me anyway, because I had to do it for the boot install. So yeah, I would probably suggest, if I was doing it again, I would probably order a standard Nissan harness. I think they're available on Patroller Part, and do away with the tag one. The tag one's not bad if you do get it. It's just literally bang bang bang. While you got your tail lights out, you just do your wiring and stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I could go back in time, I would just get the Nissan one. They're not all that much dearer, and you're sort of not doing the, you're not splicing into your tail lights. So all you have to do really is put a ground on. I did put a bit bigger ground connection so I could hook up here. And I'm just going to go ahead and zip tie all this wiring out the way. This one runs over to the right side tail light. Same thing. And that's your wiring done. You run your tail end down through this grommet here. I don't know if you can get through these little ones. Maybe. So yeah, just run it through a grommet anyway. And then you can wire your plug on. So what you want to do is, I trim this nice and close, and then you just sort of take out what you need, and you can get it fairly close there. But yeah, it's a nice up high Towbar. Just got to wire up my plug. Nice and easy to get to the shackle points and stuff. And what I might do is mount my, I'm going to mount, you're supposed to mount them under here so it hangs down, but thinking I might cut a bit out and put the plug up top here. Yeah, overall not too bad. Nice easy job.